Hi everyone. In this video, I want to show you a project written in Python. So the title of this project is, actually the project is a threat intelligence dashboard. And I'm going to show you what a dashboard is and the pieces of this whole project. So here is a overview of how the project is uh, it was implemented. So starting with the VirusTotal website, this computer here running Linux, it's gonna consume data from this VirusTotal website through an API call. So the return of this call is gonna be a JSON object. So this is basically the structure of one simple JSON object. And this computer will process this data. So the API call it's made use Python, and the Python as soon as it receives the data from the virus total, it's gonna send it to SQL database. So the database it's running inside this computer as well. And with the data already in the database, a Flask uh, web page will consume the data from the database and then compose a dashboard to show to the user. I'm not expecting that you understand everything that I'm saying, just because although this is a simple project, it involves many technologies. For example, SQLite database, Python scripts, API call, Linux, in this case, the Debian Linux, and the JSON objects as well. So there are many things here, and those many things they are subjects for our next videos. If you are interested, right now down below here in the comment section, which technology are you interested most? So again, the idea here is just to showcase this dashboard. So basically, in a nutshell, the Python script is going to consume data from the VirusTotal website, save it in a database. The Flask component here is going to consume the data from the database and create a dashboard so the user can access using their browser. Okay, so everything here it's running locally inside this computer running Linux. I'm going to show you later what is the configuration, what is the hardware running this computer. But for now, it's just important to understand the whole pipeline here. So I'm gonna go to my other screen where I'm gonna show you these things running, and I'm gonna run also the dashboard, the Flask app, which is basically a library or a framework to create web apps. All right, so now I'm in my other screen, and on the left-hand side here, you can see the Windows terminal. Basically, I'm accessing my that computer that is running. It's gonna run the app. So I'm just gonna list the files over here. So those are the files of the app written in Python using Flask, and I'm gonna run this app right now. So I created some shell scripts to execute it locally. So I'm going to copy this URL. So this URL, although there are a bunch of numbers over here, they are very similar to those we use to access any web page like www.something. Okay, so this is very similar to that. So copy it. Now I'm going to paste and run this thing. So this is the dashboard. So as you can see here, we have two graphs. Those graphs, they were created using JavaScript, a JavaScript library. We have a table down below here, and as you can see, this dashboard updates automatically. So that means when the Python script download data from VirusTotal web page, it's going to be inserted in the database, as I mentioned before. And then the Flask is going to consume that data, is going to show here in this table and update the graphs. What the graphs they are showing is just the reported the detection reported over here. Okay, and the bar graph over here show the most common extensions found in these from these reports consumed from VirusTotal. So it's gonna update and it's gonna update the numbers and the colors as well. So on the left hand side, as you can see here, from time to time we're gonna see a new entry similar to this, a new output. That means when the web page is refreshed, a new request is going to be sent to the web server running locally. Okay. So I'm going to go to another tab over here where I want to show you how, where the Python part that is consuming data from VirusTotal. So this is how well, this is just the output, right? I'm not going to show the code today, but this is just the output. So everything you see over here on the left-hand side, it's something that will eventually show up in the dashboard. So this E4EE over here, you see, it just updated and it's right here. So from time to time, this Python script is consuming data from the VirusTotal web page, saving it locally in a SQLite database, and after that, the dashboard is going to be updated. So there are two components, two big components over here. One is getting the data from the internet, and another one is getting the data from the database and showing the dashboard, right? So let me go back to my slides and talk a little bit more about the hardware running all these things. All right, so the hardware running this whole dashboard thing with everything written in Python, it's running in a very small computer, and this is known as a single board computer. And the one that I'm running right now, that I'm showing here in this photo, it's a beaglebone Black. So it's a very minimalist computer. As I said, it's a single board computer. The size of it, it's like credit card size. Um, One of the most famous single board computers, it's the Raspberry Pi. Probably you heard about that. So just so you know, here are the features of my hardware right now. So it's running our ARM processor with 1 GHz. Okay. It's interesting to notice that it has 512 megabytes and it's consuming the power source. It's providing it with 5 volts only. So it's very minimalist, although it's running something very powerful. And this threat intelligence dashboard is just an example. It could be something else. It could be a dashboard showing weather and performing some kind of forecast. And as you can see, it's running in a very small computer and it's consuming very little of power, like 5 volts. So it is much less than one lamp in your home. So I'm gonna go back to the terminal because I want to show you the CPU consumption of all these things running. Okay, we are back uh, to the terminal and the dashboard is running as you can see by it's updating automatically as it was supposed to. I'm gonna go to this tab over here. Well, no, this one over here. I'm gonna leave this and I'm gonna show the processes running over here. So here it's basically a task manager running in the terminal. What is interesting to note here, although we have a lot of information, it's this part. So this is the total available run memory, although I told you it's 512, but in reality, what is available, it's less than that. So this is the total amount of run memory available for this single board computer, uh, and and it's using only 33% of it, which is about 159 megabytes of RAM. So as you can see, the dashboard is running, everything's running, and it's very lightweight, right? So it's consuming 159 megabytes in total, and I can tell you, this is amazing because you cannot run software nowadays in your computer without consuming more than this, right? And in this beaglebone Black, I'm running other services as well. I'm just showing you the dashboard, but I have other things for different purposes running at the very same time. But look how amazing it is. It's consuming very little of RAM. The flask part is this process over here. And as you can see, the flask, it's only consuming 22 megabytes of RAM, right? As I said, there are other things running over here. For example, this part, the get report, it's the part, the Python code getting the data from various total that it is consuming 23 megabytes. So if we sum 23 megabytes with the 22 of Flask, so we have 45, right? 45 megabytes. So we could say that this is probably consuming around 45, 50 megabytes of run memory, right? And this sort of bar plot here at the top, it's showing the CPU consumption. So as you can see, it's not consuming 100% of the CPU. It's consuming very little and it oscillates a little bit. So we have 32, 38, 26, 10, 0. I would say on average, we have something like, I don't know, 10% of the CPU being used all the time. But again, it's very minimalist, right? So it's something very powerful, very interesting, running in a very small computer. So let me go back to the slides to wrap up this video. All right, so as I said, this is running in a very small computer, the beaglebone Black. Okay, so this is the one that I have over here. I don't have a Raspberry Pi, but as soon as you can run a Linux in these single board computers, you can, well, you can run, the sky is the limit, right? You can run anything you want to. So in this project, I show you many things, many technologies. I spoke about Flask, which is a framework written in Python, and everything here it's running supported by Python code. So there are many lines of Python code running behind the scenes here. So talk to us. What are your thoughts in this project? If you like this video, do not forget to click on the like button and share your opinion with us. What would be interesting to you have a dashboard? As I mentioned here, the malware dashboard, it's just an example, but it could be something like weather dashboard or something different like consuming tweets from X or information from Reddit. So you could do many things in Python and using and create a dashboard for that as well. So share your opinion with us. Do you have a single board computer? Do you have a Raspberry Pi or a BeagleBone Black? If you don't have any of these and you found it interesting and you are uh, thinking about buying one, and if you want to share with us your opinion on this, your questions, just write down below here in the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel because in the future we are gonna do tutorials explaining parts of this project, like Linux command line, using Python to consume data from web services, database as well. What is the topic you are most interested in? So share with us. Write your opinion down here in the comment section. So thank you very much, and I see you next time.